What's up, guys and girls? This is Tim here and welcome back to Judgement Apocalypse Survival Simulation. So if you look at the screen, you'll notice things have changed a little bit since I was last here. As I said at the end of the last episode, I was going to go away and play a little bit on my own and try and get myself into a bit of a sort of better position and get myself a little bit further ahead. If you look in the top left-hand corner, you'll notice it's now day 65, which... for those eagle-eyed amongst you will know that I actually left the last episode at day 33, so I have played quite a bit, mostly in one session to be honest, to get from where I was at the beginning or the end of the last episode to where I am right now. Now, it's fair to say that that experience has been somewhat of a roller coaster of emotions for me. I have been from everything from being done with this game, done with this series, right through to saying out loud to myself, God, I really love this game, and pretty much everything in between. So before I dive into this attack, which is not the attack obviously that I left on the last one, it's a completely different one, I want to just talk you through where I've been. So basically, as you remember, I left it off on an attack on the last episode, and when I came back to play it, I think probably later that evening actually, I could get nowhere. I played for about an hour and a half, and I literally made no progress. In fact, I actually went backwards, and I mean literally backwards, because I had to load back to a previous save. The reason being that at the end of the last episode, I did a mission to go rescue a person, which I think it's not someone who's here, because I never did that, but I think it was actually someone called Bobby, but we have a different Bobby now. Yeah, I did that mission, and just as I went out to do it, it gave me the attack warning. And I went out, did the mission, and came back, and the moment I arrived back on this screen, or my people arrived back at the colony, the attack started, which meant a couple of different things. Michael and Kyle, who were my highest level sort of soldiers at the time, were both badly injured and therefore couldn't participate in the battle. That was kind of annoying. Bobby, our new person, I think it was Bobby, apologies if it wasn't Bobby, but whatever. The new person was kind of here, if you look at my cursor there on the mini-map, outside of the perimeter, so she was completely fucked and not going to get anywhere. And it was a pretty big attack, and I tried it so many times, probably 15 times maybe. And I got nowhere. I think the best I ever did was losing, I think, 4, maybe even 6 people, which would have left me with like no one in the colony, because I only had about 8 at the time. So I loaded back to a previous mission, I think the one where we went out and got the alcohol, redid that mission, sort of hunkered down at the base and just did what I could to get myself prepared for that attack, and it still took me a very long time to do that attack. And when I'd finally done it, I was done. Well, sorry, I'd actually... No, I didn't do it that evening. I didn't finish that attack. I was still literally exactly where I was when I started, except for the fact that everyone wasn't injured. And I came out of it thinking, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to play this anymore. I don't want to record on it. It's just, I wasn't enjoying it, and I was basically that evening thinking through my head, what was I going to say on the video to say that basically I was going to shut it down and I wasn't going to do it anymore, and I was going to start doing RimWorld. I was literally going to dump this and start a series on RimWorld, which if you're interested in a series of RimWorld, I'd be interested if anyone would like to see a series of RimWorld. I've done one before, but I've actually set up a modded kind of world and things like that, and I'd really love to record on it, but I just don't think anyone's going to be interested in seeing it. So, but if you are, then leave a note, and I'll maybe do that once I finish with... I was thinking maybe doing that at the end of Prison Architect, but anyway, let me know what you think. Anyway, getting distracted. So, yeah, so I was doing that, and then I installed RimWorld onto Steam, because I didn't have it on Steam before. I downloaded a load of mods that were the ones that Avak's been using on his series. I launched a world. I wasn't going to record at that point. I was just going to have a play around and do it. And I literally launched a world, and the moment it started, I was like, you know, I'm gonna go out and give Judgment another go. And it was, I don't know why, I can't really follow my train of thought as to why I did that, but I just basically thought, I don't want to dive into another huge series right now when I've got quite a few series running, and I just thought, let's just give it one more shot. So I went on, and I managed to beat that battle. I lost 2 people, but I had to take that as a bit of a hit. But I got through it, and I thought, you know what, let's just lose the 2 people and move on. That's what I did. And from then I went from strength to strength. I still struggled, don't get me wrong. I had some pretty tough battles which took me quite a few tries to get through, but I actually have made quite a lot of progress. As you can see, I have a lot of people now, a lot more than I did have. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 people. So I have more than twice the number of people I had when you last saw me. I'm aiming for over 20, so I do still want to get a few more. Maybe 25. I say someone commented that they'd actually got over 30 in their colony. So yeah, and this for various reasons we'll come to in a minute, is really, really helpful and really useful. Other things I've been doing, I've been mining up most of the base, is I've been expanding the base. I've built more stuff around the edges. I've built more defenses. I built my little in-base forest. I have the Holy Forge. I have the weapons rack. We actually have people with guns. I have a couple of Uzis. That's as far as I've got with guns at the moment. I also have some level 6 people. Quite a lot of training been going on. So my 3 best people now are August, who I don't even know if August was here. I don't think August was even a part of the colony, but she came in at like a level 2 or 3 maybe. +2 combat. Yeah, she came in at level 2 and she has ranked up very quickly, so that is nice. I have quite a lot of decent leveled people now, which is very good. Let's say 2 Uzis. Most people still with Demonite bows. I got a little bit of armor together as well. Somewhere Michael's got a bit of armor, and I think August's got the other piece of armor. So we are making progress. I've got a lot of the research unlocked, which I can't look at while I'm in this mode. Yeah, a lot of progress made. The other thing to point out, which I need to come up with an idea for, is this 2-way idea is a disaster. It's not going to be staying like that. I need to block. I'm going to be blocking one of these up. I'm still umming and ahhing. My plan is to block this one up because this works quite well in terms of it forces them into range of my shorter range weapons before they can fire. So for the Fallen Angels, I think that's really useful. But then having this big open area where my people can continuously fire at them is also useful. So I don't know which way. I've also got this, the Holy Altar, so I can at times do rituals to get rid of my awareness. So all really good. So we're going to start off. I had a couple of goes this attack, and looking at this enemies now, I think I can do this one. There's a lot of legions, which cuts down on the ranged people quite a lot. So I feel like there's 1, 2 fallen angels. I feel like this is doable. I hope it is, because there's another change that I'm going to be making to this series, which I'm going to talk about. But let's try and get through this, and then if I fail, it will give me an opportunity to explain things. Okay, right. So what I found, because this is all blocked up, they generally will filter this way. So I put my best people over here. Michael and August can go there. Carl can go there because he's got the long range bow. I've got so many people now I have to use this. Who else is good? Seth is useless. Max is not terrible, but you can go up there. David's pretty good. Tom, you're at level 2 combat. You can go there. Stephanie is my level 5. She is pretty good, so you can go over here. What's the level 2? I want some people like positioned here. Right, let's just let everyone go. We've got a few seconds before anyone's going to get in it anyway. What am I missing? Right. Armand, are you any good? No, I keep thinking Armand's good, but he's not the same Armand that I've been thinking about before. Kenny, you're not very good. Andy, you're the good one. Yeah, Andy with the blonde hair. It's because she's kind of got a manly, stern face, but she's actually a woman, I assume. I suppose she could be a bloke with feminine features and long hair. Liz, you have nothing right now. I have allowed myself to get a little bit lax on weaponry. I have Bobby and Liz that have nothing, but that's fine because there are still uses for people with nothing in this game or in the new tactics. Kenny, Kenny, you can have that. Armand, Stan. Okay, so I have a new tactic to use. Got level 10 crafting for Armand. He is freaking awesome. And it works for the Fallen Angels as well quite nicely. So basically, I have to be very careful with how I handle these attacks now, and I have to focus. So one of the things that's going to be changing is I will probably be talking less in general when I'm doing these attacks. But let's. I'm just gonna focus on the attack, and then we'll talk about that afterwards, assuming we do it. Okay, this is a group of 4 ranged people, which is kind of scary, but unfortunately, or fortunately, because there's no one else around them, right, they're going to go for Bobby. So, pull back. Who just shot? Oh no, it's my guy shooting. I'm thinking, who's shooting? Take down the ghost. There we go. Right. Who are you two? You're going to target Liz. That's fine. Okay, Stan's taking a pounding. Okay, these trees are good because I can dart people into that and then they instantly get cover, which is nice. So Stan is pretty much done. The benefit for having lots of people, even if they're not particularly useful, is I use them for targets. So you see how those two, I was checking who was being targeted, and then as soon as I see who's targeting, I will pull them back, which then normally forces the enemy to kind of follow them and not shoot at them. They will just follow them till they get back in range. Sometimes they will break their aggro. So who are you going to be targeting? Yes, see there, yeah, he. Fallen Angel will be he. Yeah, so now the Fallen Angel's targeting Bobby, even though it's looking the wrong way, which is kind of weird, which is why I got confused. So if I pull Bobby back now, he may shift his... No, he still wants to go for Bobby. He's going to hopefully follow Bobby for a bit. Just make sure no one here is taking any fire. These are all melee. Okay, another Fallen Angel coming in. Okay, now he switched to Liz. So they do that sometimes, but when I pull Liz back, in theory, yeah, it should follow Liz in. And this is what I've been doing to deal with the Fallen Angels, is, you know, just take Armand as well, because I know what it'll do if I leave Armand. Oh, he wants Seth. So this one is persistent. Normally, they will stick with pretty much the first person they find, but... see, that's a problem. When they attack the people in there, that's a problem, because I have nothing that can reach his range. Kyle can't even reach his range. Oh, Kyle is just out. So we are going to have to pull Michael back, which is a shame because he has the machine gun, but that's fine. I need to get rid of these two blocks here. These are not useful. That's part of when I was doing a two-way strategy, but I need to be able to pull people back. They're a real hard on for Kyle at the moment. You're going for Stephanie. He still wants Michael, but he's pulling back. You know what, Michael? I'd like you to go this way if you could. Good. Stephanie's fine. Grady, you might as well jump in there. You still after Michael? Yeah, you still after Michael. Michael should get away. Armand's fine. Seth, you can come back down, and Bobby, you can come back down as well. I kind of got a bit... I shouldn't have sent them that far, really. That's fine. Okay, I mean, the Fallen Angels, the thing about them, once you get them into range of your machine guns, they aren't fucking... They're very weak. They do die quite quickly. But you got to get them in range. Ooh, Armand, you were very close to that ghost. How far are you out of range? Oh, you are good. Right, Armand, you are now out of this battle. That possessed still wants to chase down Armand, but that's fine. I can live with that because it's not going to get there in time. Who did you just shoot at, ghost? Seth, pull back. You literally, I found, like, at this stage... Oh, fucking hell, Stacey, what's happening with you? How is that Dark Angel got all the way to there, and, oh my god, it's targeting Liz, and no one has taken it out yet? Grady. Michael, I need you back. Where are you? Oh, that one's down. Who are you shooting? Liz as well. That's fine. Seth. Have you just broke aggro? No, but you can't reach him there. Fucking hell. What is happening with Kyle? What is happening with Kyle right now? Who are you... Sorry, I'm looking for my first aid kits. I don't know why. Stacey, you need to get the hell out of here as well. Okay, that broke aggro. Bobby, I want you to just... I know this is danger... Oh, Ross. You need to get the hell out of there as well. Seth, you are out of the battle, aren't you? Yeah, that's fine. Liz is out of the battle. Armand's out of the battle. Michael is coming back. Kenny, you are shit. So get out of there and let Michael go in there. Hopefully he will be in range. Okay, we've just got the legions left and that one ghost. Bobby is going full fist to fist with a ghost. I love you, Bobby. I love you. 36. How much damage are you doing? Oh my god. Seriously, who is not shooting this person. How can you be at 12% there, David? You could poke it with the arrow without even shooting it at fucking rubble. Alright, if I can get Kyle out. I keep forgetting that Kyle's not being targeted by a long... Why did Kyle just take a fucking load of damage then? He came out of there, unless he'd already been... Oh, thank God. Michael, switch into this one, please. No, can you go a better route than that? Thank you. Ooh, Kyle. Kyle, you poor man. Oh, see that? That is dangerous because they... it's not right now, but they will actually send people... I've had it where I've sent someone there, oh, they're safe. And then a fucking angel or something like that walks in here and kills them. So don't leave them there, Timmy. Learn the lessons of your previous mistakes. Okay, so we just have legions left. So in theory, we should be okay now. And you can get back in there. Thank you for vacating your spot for the great Michael. Get his machine gun out. See, like I say, I don't want to say this too loud because if the developers do happen to watch this video, they'll end up fixing this. But the legions are like, I love the legions because I think the game sees them as a fairly high level character, but they're actually not a problem at all. In any kind of defensive strategy, they are wonderful to have. So don't fix that, developer. That's not a glitch. That's perfect. That was 8 legions, you see? When there's a lot of those, there's not many of the other things. Like, I've had ones where there's been 8 fucking Dark Angels. I forget it. I don't even bother trying it. I just reload. Okay, so we made it through that battle. So the thing I was going to say, and I didn't really demonstrate it very well then, is what I've realised when I was playing it over the last sort of, or yesterday evening, was it? Yeah, I literally sat down and played for about 3 to 4 hours straight, and I loved it. I absolutely loved the time with this colony. And I realised that I actually prefer this game to play than I do to record. I think I've said it before, I've fucking drone on about it all the time, but the frustrating part I find about this game is having to repeat my commentary. So I will start a battle and I'll be like, oh, what have we got here? And talk through it, you know, as I kind of, you know, it might amaze you, but most of what I say comes off the top of my head. I know that's amazing with how slick and scripted it sounds, but, you know, and then I fail and I have to do it again. And so I come to the next battle and I'm kind of like, oh, look. Oh, what have we got this time? Oh, first time. Wow. You know, and after about the 10th time, it jars with me. I don't like having to either force it or fake it or repeat it over and over again. So I will either try to say something different every time, which then leads me into a position of like, shit, I really wanted that to be in the video, but it's not going to be now because I failed. So yeah, anyway, long story short, I'm finding it frustrating to record this more than I am to play it. So what I'm thinking is, when I do the battles, I probably won't say as much. I'm going to focus more on the battles, and I'm not going to be commentating full on. So it'll be a bit quieter. It'll be a bit more sort of just visual in terms of what's going on the screen. I'm also not going to worry as much about basically trying to make it look like it's seamless. Like, what I try to do at the moment is make it so I can edit it together and it just looks like I've done it the first time. I'm not trying to hide the fact that I've replayed it because I talk about it all the fucking time. I'm just trying to make the viewing experience kind of seamless. I'm going to try not to worry as much about that at the moment because it just kind of hurts me. It just makes the game unfun to play or record on. So that being said, I'm not sure whether my OCD will allow me to do that. I know that I can't sometimes not talk. You know, when I'm recording on stuff, I feel the weight of dead air quite strongly. So whether or not I can keep my mouth shut, I don't know. But I think I am going to just sort of hack it together a bit more when I do the editing. So I'm not going to be as worried about the fact that whether it looks seamless or not. So that's kind of my thoughts. I'm hoping that will make it a little bit more entertaining for me to play, and therefore make better videos and make me kind of want to play it more. So that's what's going to happen. Ooh, what the hell was that noise? If it's Bobby doing very slow swing. So we need to get some more weapons, and I could get an Uzi right now, but I've been trying to save up for a blessed pistol, and ooh, we are almost there actually. I just need some of this. I messed around with priorities so much because they just weren't making anything, it felt like. So I have, let's see, I've actually made 2 workbenches now so that they can actually work, hopefully work twice as fast, or at least 2 people can do it. I need another training bench because I actually have more people. Like the people I've been getting so far, like combat wise, have been insane. Like, should I build one there? Sorry, yeah, sorry, don't, one thought, one word. Yeah, I've been getting loads and loads of combat people, and no, like, you know, in the last series I felt like I never got combat people, and all I ever got was gatherers and things like that. Whereas this one I want gatherers because I've got probably 5 or 6 decent combat people, and all I've been getting is freaking combat people. So let's have a look. Okay, she was 2 occult, he was 1 combat, 0, 3 combat, 5 combat. No combat, 6 combat. So like half, well, more than half of those people were all, the trait they had was in combat. So these last few people I've just been like, you're gatherers, I don't care that you've got a combat skill, you're just gatherer. Ooh, okay. I've had this loads of times. Not that I'm complaining, but I do have 5,000 research now, so I don't need to worry about it too much. I've been using this to lower my awareness, which kind of delays how long it is until I get attacked. See, I thought it would make me, I thought, like, I've had attacks before where, what was it? I think the first time I ever used it, actually, I was at like 50% and I used it and it dropped back down to like 2%, and then I got attacked like a minute later, but the attack was like nothing. It was like 5 people or something. And I thought that that's what it would do. I thought I would still get attacked at the same regularity, but I would get a much lesser attack. But it doesn't seem to do that. It just seems to delay until I get the next attack. I could be wrong on that, but that's kind of the feel I've got from doing it. So yeah, but feeding this thing, you know, because it's freaking, was it 50 holy water? That's fucking expensive, if I'm honest with you, and I'm finding it difficult to do that much. I'd really like to be able to just do that constantly and keep the tax away forever, but apparently that's not going to happen. I should think about getting some of those, but I need a blessed pistol because I have people without guns. Well, I have lots of people without guns, but I have people without weapons, so I need to keep advancing on that front, because I for a while I was really far ahead of the demons. You know, I could go not anywhere, but I could do pretty big attacks without much concern, and I feel like they're starting to creep back up now. So anyway, right, I was debating whether to put another spike here. Because if I put a spike there, you know, actually, no, we're not going to put spikes there. We're going to, it doesn't really cost any different, does it? Use no clay, which is good because clay is quite expensive. I'm thinking if I put 2 of these here. So the reason I'm thinking, I often put someone there to do in that attack, which then draws in the enemies. But what these trees are useful. Like, I was thinking I could put them there and then run them straight into the trees, which then provide them with cover. But I'm just thinking that's a bit too far over. I don't want to end up with all of the enemies sort of right over here, where they're out of range of this. I'd rather them sort of come straight up, and it gets most of these will be in the range. So, but if I put these like that, have some stood here, as soon as they pull back, they're going to be behind some pretty good cover there, better than the tree cover is anyway. I'm not sure what I'm doing with these trees. I will certainly be building 2 more of these. But this tree idea is actually working pretty well, because like I said, I can run people into that, and they can run all the way up to this and be in cover. And not great cover, but cover in this game is pretty significant of any scale. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking that I should do that. So I'm on slow right now. I'm just taking it easy with you guys, to be honest. I've been playing at full speed, hence why I've ended up at 65 days. But right now I'm just enjoying just relaxing and watching them. And plus, everyone needs to heal up a bit, and I know they'd heal faster if I was on faster time. But I was kind of hoping I might get to go and get another person. That would be quite nice. But most of my crew is too damaged right now to do that anyway. I've been out and done a couple of scavenging missions just to get scraps mainly, but I've not ventured too far. Oh, and I went and got some weapon parts, but only like 4 that was up there. I think I pointed it out in the last episode. 47 scraps. There's only 2. It's worth doing, I guess, for 47 scraps. I don't need wool. I've got freaking loads and loads of wool. I never need wool. Oh, I had to go and get cloth. That was the other thing I had to go, because you can't unlock the cloth until you have it. That seems doable, you know. 22 metal, 11 boards, 82 scraps. Let's have a look. Is that one, isn't it? Okay. Need to get people healed up just a little bit, and I could do with making some med kits. Oh shit, I have no medicine. It just fucking uses so many scraps to make that. No, I don't. I went out. I can't remember. I don't think I did it in the previous episode. I went out and got the. Where is it? God, I haven't used them. Where the fuck are they? Yeah, I got out, got some surgical kits. I got 4 of those now. Oh, actually, no, I did use one in an attack. I got 3 now, or 2, or God knows. Yeah, and they're obviously really good, but. Okay, well, apparently I've only got 1 left. So we probably should make at least a couple of little first aid kits. Generally manufacturing scraps, which is killing me at the moment. Plenty of wheat and water. I had somebody starve as well while I was playing. But it was the end of an attack, and I had one person, I can't remember what his name was, like in here who had escaped but had 1 health, I think, or 2 health maybe. And they obviously had no food. I mean, the time they in the time they went from here to go and get the food here, I think this was before I'd built that one, they died of starvation in that walk. And it's like, oh, you son of a bitch. And another time I ran out of water and like half the colony died pretty instantly. I had to reload it back to fix that problem. Right, I haven't been doing these because they're insane. And quite frankly, they are about as well, they're kind of as bad as getting an attack at home, so I just don't really bother going out and doing these. I'd rather have my people strong and up to speed rather than going out and dealing with that kind of crap. But we're already at 58%. I am at 43 a day, which is terrible. I have 1 of these built. I probably need to build more, to be honest. We could use this. If my people would get around to making some of that. Isn't it? That's going to be like 1 short, which is really annoying. Let's make sure they're going to make the cloth before you make the scraps. Scraps just take so freaking long to make. It's mental. Absolutely mental. Whoa, 91% already. Nice. Nice. Could end this on an attack. I kind of would like to end this episode before. I know I haven't really done much other than to sort of catch you guys up on where I'm at, but I don't know. It's just the fear of dread of recording a battle. But we are certainly going to get a battle anytime, any second now. Oh yeah, I did set some of them to get cut down, didn't I? Replace. We are conscientious colony people. You know, I think this is quite a long way out. It takes a freaking dog's age. And I put these here because the walk out there, they were getting to here and be like, no, need food, go back. Okay, have food. Oh, need sleep, go back. Oh, down to here. And it was like really annoying. So I put that there to help. I know I could make the cool boxes, which would help people with that, but I haven't done that yet. I haven't done it, so leave me alone. Don't be mean. We can make some of these, can't we? I just need to make sure I have... Yeah, that's fine. I can only make those. I need to make sure I have enough to build to replace this, otherwise bad times. I think we're going to do the attack. As much as whatever it is, we'll do it and we'll try and do it. I have another gun, which would be quite nice. I'm going to decide who's going to get that gun. Actually, let's decide that now, because if I have to retry loads of times, I don't want to have to keep deploying guns to people. Andy, you're going to get the pistol because you are level 5 and you are awesome. And who can we give? Seth. Seth, you're level 1. Jeez, Seth's still got the shit bow, so you're not going to have the shit bow anymore. Liz, you can... No. Okay, neither of you have any combat skills, so you can have it. And Bobby, you might as well have a club. At least if we decide we're going to sacrifice you, you might get a couple of swings in. Okay, so we're just going to let this run now until we get the attack. We're at 100%, so it's going to come any second, I think. And then... we'll lock this in. I don't think and no one has reason to go out there at the moment. That's not switched on unless they're going to do this. Someone will at some point. So paranoid. Like, if I get prepared for an attack, it's so much easier. If I fuck up the preparation, I think I can turn off the water soon. Yeah, see. Right. Grady in. Priority number 1. Everyone else, assemble. Actually, everyone assemble. Oh, you know, everyone said, look at that. No one is tired or hungry. How the fuck did that happen? Okay. Oh, you better make it in, Grady. Woo! Good, Grady. That's going to be really loud. I'm going to have to fucking edit the sound on that. Okay, everyone's there. Everyone's happy. Well, not happy. Oh, now everyone's fucking tired and hungry. You walked like 25 meters. How could you be tired and hungry? Kenny, where are you going? You going to eat? Yeah, you can. Kenny, eat. Yeah, you can eat. Well, no, you can't eat. We gotta fight first. Okay, right. So this is, as I say, new approach. I will probably load a couple of times before I start, just to try and get an attack, which I think is doable, and then we'll crack on. Okay, let's give this a go. It's a pretty big attack. There's 4 fallen angels. Fallen angels are still the one that I kind of base whether I'm not going to do an attack, because they require specific kind of actions and attention, whereas the other ones, it's just sort of, they all fire at a similar range. So I have to keep a closer eye on the fallen angels, which I don't like, but whatever. The other thing I've got is Kenny's here, which is a good place. I keep forgetting about this tactic that I want to use, but I never do, which is if I put someone here, it's going to draw all of the ranged people to here. And then when I pull him away, they'll walk away, and I can kind of just divert them for a second and try and separate them out from the rest of the pack a little, or spread the pack out a bit. Now, there is a downside to that idea, which is that I could end up bunching them all together so that when they eventually do come, they're going to fuck me really badly. But, you know, these things happen. Right, fuck it, let's do it. Andy, you can go in there with your thing, your new pistol. August, in there, please. And... I wish I could assign people to these, so I can just go, right, attack positions. I'm definitely watching Avac because he's got a mod on RimWorld that allows you to do that. But yeah, if I could, who else is good? Tom's good, isn't he? Tom is good, but that's not who I was looking for. David, you are the good one I was looking for. Yeah, you could just, fuck off, David, you're in the wrong one. That's Kyle's space. Yeah, I could just say, in the RimWorld mod, you can set defensive positions and then send them off to it. But RimWorld is a little bit more of a fully fledged game than this one is, I think. It's fair to say. I don't think that would be unfair for me to say to them. Oop. Okay, oh shit. Kenny, you've done your job. Now get out of there. We really only attracted 1? Well, 1's better than none, I guess. Okay, who are you targeting? Because we're still setting up and you're here already, so that's kind of upsetting. Stan, where is my other good person? I've got someone who's like a level 5 I keep forgetting about. Oh, it's, oh no, it was Andy, but I've already put Andy in there, so that's fine. Liz, Sacrificial Lamb, Tom. Actually, no, Max, you go in there. Tom, I want you here. Armand, you can go here. Stacy, over here. I'm trying to sideload people over here as much as possible because this is where hopefully most of the range people are going to go to. Oh, you're targeting Stacy. Stacy, go into here. I'm glad I got rid of those so they can just pull back straight away rather than having to walk across the front. That has cost me a lot of lives. A lot of, well, not necessarily good people, just people. Are you not targeting anyone? Or am I being blind? Okay, now you're targeting Liz. Well, that's good, because Liz has nothing of use, so she can just pull back straight away. Keep confusing the Dark Angels. That is my tactic. Good shot on that demon. Oh, balls. Who have you switched to? Stan the man. Come back, Stan. You two can come back now. Why have I not got anyone in there? Who did I pull out of there by mistake? That fallen angel is way away from everyone else now, which is lovely. And they're pretty spread out. That's the other thing I look for when I'm looking for which attacks I'm going to take on. They have to be pretty spread out, because if they're not, good, that Dark Angel's dead. If they come all at once, it doesn't matter what it is, you're going to get killed. Well, unless it's a load of freaking stupid. Who are you targeting? Armand, that's fine. He's behind cover. And you're almost dead, right? That Hellhound's dead. Okay. Who are you targeting? Stan, can you stand up to this? He's not in cover, I don't. Oh, he is in cover, isn't he? Stan, pull back. Let's not risk it. Let's swap with Kenny. Kenny. No, not you. You're rubbish. Go there. Kenny. Okay, right. Kenny. Oh, Kenny, that's the end. You're not required anymore. Oh, Stacy, you are very popular with the Angels. Liz, can you come back down to your cannon fodder position? Yeah, the fact that they can run straight away, I think, will help with the targeting. Balls, you switched to Armand. He says as it doesn't help with the targeting. Carpenter is dead. Good. Who are you targeting now? Armand and Armand. Good. I like it when they both target the same people. Makes life a lot easier. Oh, you want Seth now. Yeah, this is the benefit. Like, I can use the people who are out of the... Oh, benefit of having lots of people. Sorry, finish that sentence before I move to the next one. Yeah, having lots of people means that I can switch people out, pull people back, whilst my main people are still able to fire. Who are you targeting now? Tom, you're in good cover there, Tom, but you're going to need to pull back. And then Andy's going to have to get pulled out. Right, fortunately, you're still targeting Seth? You are, but you're well within range of everyone now. Good job, Liz. You're back in your position. Right, I think we've got this one, guys. I think we've actually nailed this one first time. Well, by first time, I mean second time after I reloaded. Let's not bother healing. And I want that. You know, Grady, you go forward, and Andy, you go into there. Okay, Grady's got into stealth mode. And that... Okay, Grady's ghost is heading for this one, and Andy can't get in this one because I think Grady's actual body is still in there. Okay, you know what? I'm worried about ruining another one. Grady, can you go here? Oh, Grady! Cheat. Damn you and your sorcery. I thought you were amazing. Okay, so if I tell them to go from one to another, they don't like that. There you go, developers, if you are watching, there's a bug for you. If you tell someone to... Ooh, I have not been paying attention. Liz, run. Use the power of the trees, Liz. The tree power's not good enough. Fortunately, my gun power is. And they do seem to be doing some pretty good work there. Oh, shit. Well, you see this? Did you see that thing I talked about me not making the stupid mistake? Oh, he came back as well. Wow, you guys, awesome guys. Thank you, Seth, Stacy, Tom, and I don't know, Armand. I don't think you did much, did you? Let's be honest, Armand. You were just stood there. You didn't even bother to take a step around the corner. You just stood there and let everyone else deal with it. But I am very impressed that they dealt with that on their own. Normally, that would have been death of at least one person. And I'd have been looking down here, and then I'd have heard, doo, and I'd have shouted and sweared. But that didn't happen this time. There was no shouting or swearing. There was just happiness. Oh, he's going for Bobby, even though he's not in range of Bobby. Bobby, Ross, pull back. Because that's the other thing I'll point out about this, and I shouted at this game a lot about this yesterday when I was playing. I talk to myself even when I'm not recording. But basically, like, there was 3 people here fighting that one fallen angel. So you'd be like, well, it's 3v1. 3v1 only ends up one way. Well, no, it doesn't. I had a situation the other day where I was on a level with a bus. I had 5 people stood across the top of it, and there was 2 Not was it 4 names? No, it was 2. It was a possessed and something else. 2 ranged people on the other side of it. So that's 5v2, and I lost. I lost 2 people in that standoff. It's like, what? I mean, granted they're demons, and I know demons are probably pretty powerful, but you know, 5v2. If I can't win 5v2, what frigging chance have I got in this game? Anyway, we're in a happy place today, Timmy. Don't get angry. So just these 3 legions to do, and then we have done it. Oh, I love it when they go to range of the guns. There we go. 5 Dark Angels. Oh, there's 5. I thought there's only 4. God, I can't count. I guess I dealt with 4 there and 1 up there. So, right, get rid of that before you make it. Not that I've got resources back anyway. Oh, everyone's hungry. Like a mass picking buffet there. And then Armand's left cooking. Oh, there's 2 people there. Are you both cooking? I don't know. Who's it? Armand? Oh, Armand and Seth. I don't know what you're doing. It's like one of you's cooking, one of you's eating. Why does it go +1 -1? I don't know. I don't know. So there you go, guys. I think that is going to about do it. I may play some more before I record next. Or I may do another episode on this one. I'll see how timing goes like that. But yeah. So I hope you. Ooh. 4 possessed and 3 ghosts. Yeah, this is the thing. Getting new people is proving to be more and more difficult. Don't know. I'm going to leave that one. No, I'll leave that one. I need to heal up people a bit, I think. Mostly, no, people aren't too bad. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. If I'm going to do that one, we'll do it in the next episode, or maybe I'll do it on my own. Who knows? But anyway, guys, hope you're enjoying the series. Hope you're happy with the sort of the ideas that I've put forward today in terms of how things are going to be slightly different. I know I talked a lot in that one, but when I say I'm not going to talk, I mean it's probably going to be a bit more disjointed than I'm not going to say anything. But hopefully, yeah, hopefully you're happy with that. Hopefully you don't mind the fact that I've jumped ahead a bit, but it's kind of necessary. The amount of work I had to put in to get to this point, just doing that whilst commentating would have been too difficult. So apologies if you'd have rather seen it, but unfortunately it's just kind of the way this game is, or the way I am with this game anyway. But that's going to do it, guys. So if you've got any comments, any feedback, please leave it. As I say, I've had some really useful stuff come through from people on comments, stuff like that. So please keep that going. Oh, the other thing I want to say, I hate kind of doing this kind of thing and begging for kind of subscribers, but I'm on 42 subscribers right now. I'd really like to get to 50 before the end of the year. I don't know why. It's kind of an arbitrary number. I don't know I mean, it's a round number, but I could say 52 and it wouldn't make any difference. But 8 more at the rate I'm getting subscribed at the moment, that's possible. But if you are watching this and you do like it, then please click the subscribe button. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to watch the videos. I'd rather you did, of course, but you don't have to. I won't come round to your house or anything like that. You won't get pestered by me. It'll just put me in your list of subscribers, and you'll get notified when new stuff comes out. So if you do fancy that, then please click the big red subscribe button. But for now, guys, that's going to do it. So I've been Timmy, and this has been Judgement Apocalypse Survival Simulation. Thank you so much for watching, and please check back for the next episode.